A military mission is deploying to the Baltic Sea to clean up explosives dumped in the First and Second World Wars. According to Associated Press, it's been more than 100 years since the first weapons were sent to the Baltic Sea floor to be out of sight and out of mind. However, the explosives are at the top of the mind for navies in the NATO alliance, as the munitions pollute the sea and still leave an explosion risk. Commander Thibault Vanthournout from the Belgian demining ship Primula and his crew are embarking on a 3-month NATO-led mission to make the Baltic Sea safer. The explosives are a potential danger to fishermen or ships going to anchor somewhere, said Vanthournout on Monday. He added that his crew is aware the region is a bit more complex than what it used to be. Belgium, Canada, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Latvia, Lithuania, Netherlands, Poland, Sweden, United Kingdom, and United States are all participating in the project.
But there are still remaining explosives, again from the First and the Second World War, which are potentially laying on very busy sea routes, and which are a potential danger to fishermen or ship going at anchor somewhere.
Guerre contre le mine, le nettoyage en fait d'engins explosifs non explosés qui daterait de la Première et de la Seconde Guerre mondiale, qui la mission est, je dirais, sur place, oui, c'est un peu plus complexe, la zone.
So we are following the NATO communication channels. So as we are operating within the NATO framework, they are briefing us on the actual situation there. Yeah. And then it's my job to relay it to the crew, which is also following the news, by the way. So it's they know the region is a bit more complex than what it used to be, but still the ship is prepared and trained for operating there. We are equipped with a fixed counter-drone installation, so if need be, then we can timely react to those. And as well, we are operating in a fleet, let's say, so we are sharing a common picture of the air environment around the ship.
As Russia has begun a massive regrouping, pulling in reinforcements from across its stagnating offensives to feed the fight for Pokrovsk, Ukraine struck a decisive blow. By launching a massive wave of coordinated strikes, the Ukrainian forces crippled 3 major command posts, eliminated dozens of high-ranking officers, completely beheading and halting the Russian offensive. Currently, Russian forces are undergoing a massive redeployment to reinforce and intensify the offensive towards Pokrovsk, while sacrificing several of their other offensives in the process, according to Euromaidan press media outlet. Ukrainian intelligence, however, left no movement unnoticed and tracked almost every Russian convoy, from hacked traffic cameras in the Russian rear. Partisans reporting on troop trains to deep reconnaissance by drones. Ukraine followed enemy columns across roads and tree lines. Ukrainians stepped up their efforts by using one of the newest missiles in its arsenal to strike Russian command headquarters and behead all enemy efforts. The centerpiece of Ukraine's counter was a massive precision strike operation, with the first salvo slamming into the Topaz plant, once a Soviet electronics hub and now a command post for the Russian army. At least 5 Peklo jet-powered drone missiles were caught on multiple geolocated videos before detonating in near-simultaneous strikes. Flames engulfed several buildings, with further images showing smoke clouds rising above the site. Euromaidan press says a second strike, smaller but just as targeted, destroyed the command hub of the 41st Russian Combined Arms Army within the Research Institute of Complex Automation, where Russia had been directing operations in the region. The Russian military was also engaged in the operation of anti-aircraft fire in central Donetsk. Finally, another wave of Ukrainian long-range drones hit the command post of the 20th Guards Motor Rifle Division inside an industrial zone, demolishing the nerve center of one of Russia's key forces attacking west of Donetsk. Euromaidan press says these 3 strikes, occurring within minutes of each other, stunned Russian defenses, as eyewitnesses described anti-aircraft fire tracing the sky only after the missiles had already hit. The result on the Russian offensive is immediate. With key headquarters destroyed, the Russian chain of command has become fractured and communications from army leaders to units on the ground has been disrupted. Many officers familiar with the battle plans have been killed, as similar cases in the past show that such strikes caused paralysis within Russian military strength. That's what happened. Nothing changed despite these attacks. Replacement officers need time to familiarize themselves with the battlefield and plan of attack, slowing decision-making and holding planned assaults. Overall, Ukraine's wave of strikes has effectively cut off the head of the Russian offensive at Pokrovsk by demolishing enemy headquarters, Euromaidan press claims. Reportedly, senior Russian generals were killed, whose identities are being clarified, but even the disruption alone forces Russia into crisis mode.